Good day. This is going to be about torsion, and this is our first topic for finals. Ang necessary na knowledge that you should have in this topic is ang shear. That's why sunod ang shear and torsion because some parts of torsion requires your knowledge in shear. So yeah, welcome. Introduction sa ta. Torsion or torque. Ang other term by the way for torsion is just torque, no? Torque. So probably ang torque it's just na-encounter ninyo probably I think sa physics, no? It develops in structural members as a result of asymmetric loading or eccentric loading. Ang synonymous ay sa asymmetrical loading is eccentric loading. So, pasabot ana, the load is not acting at its geometrical center. More na ba? So, geometry of the member or structural framing, torsional moment tends to twist the structural member around its longitudinal axis, inducing shear stresses. So that's the basic definition of torsion or torque and torsional moment. Torsional failure or torsion failure. Torsion in concrete beams refers to the twisting force or moment applied to a beam, often resulting in diagonal tension and potential cracking. In order for you to resist twisting forces, no, concrete beams are required a certain specific reinforcement, primarily closed stirrups and longitudinal bars. So what is being implied here? So we know if this is your rectangular beam, kabalo namang gyud ta nga ang arrangement ana butang nato na atay mga reinforcements here, and this is surrounded by a two-legged stirrup, di ba? That's the common. But what I meant here is stirrups can also counter shear, but there are also certain stirrups that can also counter torsion. However, ang resistance to torsion does not only rely on stirrups, it also requires longitudinal bars. So asa man ang makita ang mga torsional bars, I mean longitudinal bars that are designed to counter torsion forces. So typically they are located here. Dira na sila located makita. So I think in this problem, I mean this in this discussion, I provided the final look or detailing on how and where do we put the torsional bars. So, mana siya. So, if this is your beam, no, supposed to say you have a load P here, so what would now happen sa imuhang beam? So, let's see the movement. So, obviously, it has turned, no, or it actually gained a torque, no. That's the gist. So, murag exaggerated na to siya nga movement, but the gist is there. So, the movement indicates the presence of the torque or the torsion. And what does torsion cause your beam? It basically causes you some diagonal cracking. Ano siya ang inyong nakita. So, as you can see, no, I don't know if it can be zoomed in, but there is a diagonal cracks that are present. So, in order for you to minimize those diagonal cracks, what is being presented or ginabutang, magbutang ta og rebars, which are these ones here, kani siya, and this one. So this is what it looks like if naka 3D view siya. So basically kani ding 2D view ninyo is diri na siya. Ano siya nga diagram. Okay, the POV is here. Ano na siya. So these are the main torsion reinforcements. So if you'd ask me, mo ni siya ang mga moment resisting for reinforcements, but this one also is for the torsion reinforcements. So dili to og tanan beam requires reinforcement for torsion. That is why typically yung makita ra gyud is katulang ingon basic nga nabaw-an nga ingon ani lang bitaw. Mo na siya. Tung simple lang nga design. Mo na siya. Dili kasi tanan beams ga require og torsional reinforcement. So first ay whenever you design torsion, you have to figure out yet or determine whether it requires torsion reinforcement. So mo na siya ang first buhaton. So, by definition, otro, torsion in concrete beam refers to the twisting force or moment applied to a beam. This is often resulting in diagonal tension and potential cracking. And to resist this twisting force, moto, nag-require siya specific reinforcement. Now, the question is, napakita naman ako ang example sa specific reinforcement. So, usa naman po ang iyahang other reinforcements sa stirrups. Kung kagani longitudinal bars man tong ipakita karon is for the stirrups, closed stirrups. So if this is your beam no and this is distance D, then this is force P, no. Basically what would now happen if it is in 2D view plan, naatay mga stirrups there located. And kani siya nga portion, this one and this one, mo ni siya ang closed stirrups for torsion reinforcement. 'Di ba? You remember nga kani sila mo ni siya ang for shear, 'di ba? Shear is typically shear reinforcements are typically at the ends. So karon mo ni siya nga portion ang for torsion reinforcements. So let's go to NSCP 2015 kay medyo ubay-ubay ra bagyod ang codes about this one. So basically torsion is represented with the symbol or letter or variable T. So same lang na siya concept for moment, shear, di ba? MU. So this means it is ultimate moment. So VU, this is ultimate shear. So if VU and MU is bearing with the term ultimate. So basically, mauro gyapon na siya concept here. The TU is torsional, ultimate torsion. But of course, similar concept lang na siya sa ato ang MU is less than or greater than phi mn because Tn here is also nominal torsion. So what does this imply is that ang required strength dapat nimo is mas less or equal sa design strength. So same lang na siya gina-bear na concept ato bitong MU is kana MN or even VU VN. Same lang sila concept nga dapat ang gi-require nga torsion sa imuhang beam is mas gamay sa imong gidesign nga torsional reinforcement sa imuhang beam. So this is the code wherein this section shall apply to all members if your TU now is greater than or equal phi or TTH. Unsa man ni si TTH? This is called as the threshold torsion where the phi here, 'di ba? Ang phi sa moment, butang na to subscript para dili talibog no. Phi m is sa moment kibale, it's 0.9. Ang for the what do you call this? Shear, phi v it's 0.75. So same thing goes for phi t or the strength reduction factor for torsion, it's still 0.75. So, dapat mo ni akong introduce sa inyo way before na mo ni siya ang typically nga ginagamit. And again, no, TTH is threshold torsion. Ang threshold torsion basically is from the name itself, threshold, it's the maximum or maximum amount of torsion that should be countered mo na siya. And if your ultimate TU, I mean your TU is less than 50 th, it shall be permitted to neglect torsional effect. So, moto kung ginaingon ka ganiha nga not all beams are required to be designed for torsion. So, when do we say that we should neglect or we should not, it is not necessary to design for torsional reinforcement if this equation is governed. So, pasabot ani, your TU, your ultimate torsion is mas gamay siya. Pasabot ang actual nga torsion nga present sa beam is mas gamay sa makaya sa beam. So basically, kaya ra day kaayo niya ang torsion nga present sa beam. So it does not require you to add more torsional reinforcement. Mo na siya pasabot ana. So actually, this is composed of multiple tables sa NSCP 2015 pero ako na siyang gi-design nga in ani ang plastar so that you'd be able to understand immediately. So, diri sa cracking torsion o threshold torsion. So, before ta na mag-dive into different type of members, cracking torsion, naputay solid, naputay hollow, let's be familiar with these terminologies kay lisod pod how would you be able to understand what's ACP, PCP, FPC, NU, and other variables or how do you use them if wala pud mo kasabot what does these variables imply. So I think let's start na lang tingali with the common na lang sa nga kalibugan. So let's go to this slide sa then let's go back later there. So ano siya guys, mo ni siya ang for me lang nga need ninyo masabtan gyud nga concept para mas ma-picture out ninyo ang isa ka cross section. Okay. Pag mayong tag ACP, it is defined A sub CP. It's the area enclosed by outside perimeter of concrete cross section. So actually these definitions are coming from NSCP itself, okay? So this has a unit of mm squared. So unsa may pasabot ana? So if this is your beam, no? This is your typical cross section of a beam. The ACP that is being defined here is this entirety. So, ang entire portions ni beam, mauna siya ang ACP. Now, here comes PCP. It's the outside perimeter. So, from the name itself, so let's go out. Let's show it again. So, as you can see, natay red na movement. That's the outline. So, by definition, perimeter, it's just the perimeter, the sum of the lengths of both the widths and its height. Mara na siya. And now, if you'd ask me, ma'am, what's the difference between gross area og ACP, AG or ACP? No? In this case, ACP and AG, since this is a solid cross section, are the same. The same ra si ACP and si gross area or si AG. Now, dili lang ta naay makita na difference if we are now talking about hollow cross section. What does this mean, no? So if this is your beam that is hollow, this is just for the sake of illustration ha. Okay. If this is hollow, so as you can see, there's a void in this portion. Wala na siya ha. I mean, hollow na siya. Wala concrete presence dira. When it is meant by ACP, it's the area enclosed by outside perimeter. Ang pasabot ana niya is just this, I mean, this is gross area since this is green man, colored as green. Gross area, kabantay mo nga despite naa siya'y hollow, 'di ba? Ani siya, sorry. Kani. Wala ta ni abot og ka green dire. Green. Wala siya nalabot pag we are talking about gross area. So basically, if this is per se B1 and this is the height H1 dai and this is small b1 and then this is height ito na to small h2. Ang formula dai in getting gross area nga cross section in a hollow is just unsa man B1 minus B1 times H1 minus H1. So that means to say, ang kanideng void hollow here is not accounted when we are talking about gross cross-sectional area. Now, dirita sa area enclosed, I mean ACP. Si ACP kasi in is hollow cross-section, gitanan siya. So, simply as it is, it's just base times height. So, if it is AG, mo na siya ang formula. And if it's just ACP, butang na to ACP, base times height, ra din na siya. Mo na ilahang difference. So, again, let me repeat. The difference between the two is that is are just visible if we are talking about um tawag di, it's not visible in solid cross section, pero I mean the difference between these two terminologies are not present or are not easily spotted rather if it is solid, pero mas visible siya if um hollow nga cross section. So again, dili ni sila same nga concepts ang AG and ACP. So going back, balik sa ta. So since na-define naman na nato unsa si ACP o si AG and then si PCP, di ba? Define naman ni nato, defined. Pero this is just so simple. Dali siya sabton. It's the compressive stress sa isa ka pre-stress concrete. Muna siya. And then NU, kabalo naman mo ani, because I introduced this terminology so inyo ha sa shear. It's still the same, it still bears the same definition. It's the axial force. So typically naa sa column no inana. Pero it indicates NU, NU, okay? So, how do we use this table? So sa cracking torsion, magamit ta ani nga table if this is non-pre-stressed, pre-stressed, and members subjected to axial force, kani sila tulo. And similarly, if threshold torsion pud siya, it's this equation, this, and if it's hollow, mo ni sila. Now, if you would notice the differences, check na to unsay difference ani nila. So, sa non-pre-stressed, unsa may na difference nila? Na atay added nga equation, this one, no? And then if you go from pre-stress going towards the non-pre-stress pero axial force, so naa na ta instead of the compressive stress sa pre-stress concrete na siya'y axial force, di ba? And then gross area, this one, AG. Now if you'd go to the solid sa threshold torsion, actually pretty the same lang yun sila, no? 0.083. But again, maugya po ni siyang equation ang na-add pertaining for the pre-stressed member, and similarly kani siya ang na-add difference nila, and then this AG. And in this portion pod kanira gihapon nga portion, and this one rather kani siya. So now if i-compare na po nato unsay differences nila, no? Si solid o si hollow na lang, kani siya is 0.083 and 0.33. So this is simply sa older codes, it's 1/3, kani siya is 1/12. Check na to sakto ba jud? 1/12 bagid kay murag 1/12 man ni siya. That's 1/12. Okay. Oh, sakto. So, it's 0.083, 1/12. So, probably if you'd seen 1/12 gagamit, that's old code. Kaya ang code nato sa NSCP 2015, 0.083 na gid ang gagamit. And, obviously, this is 1/3. So, ina na siya. So, as you can see, same rada ay og formula si hollow o si cracking torsion. Si hollow and cracking torsion. So, ma'am, will this be given? Sa ako na case tingali murag dili lang ni nato i-given kay murag um sa tawag gani kanang dili naman siya inana ka lisod kaayo if you just observe the pattern. No? Okay. Ay, sorry. If you just observe the pattern, dito siya inanakalisod i-memorize. Sige, torsional strength. So, napadjud ta dungag code sa NSCP 2015 for non-pre-stressed and pre-stressed members, TN shall be lesser of these equations. So, nadatay, butang na to, this is nominal torsion. Okay? Nadatay two equations that will be options if unsa tong gamiton. This is Tn is equals to 2AO AT all over S cotangent theta, and then the other one is Tn is equals to 2AO AL Fy over PH cotangent theta. So obviously, when do we say we use this one and then we use the other one? So obviously, no, if probably if you are looking for spacing or just 80 alone, spacing basta something that deals with spacing, kaning jud nga first equation inyo mo hang gamiton. Pero when it uses the pH and then the AL or the additional torsional reinforcement, kanina pud nga equation imong gamiton. Now question, what is theta here? What is theta here? So in a non-pre-stressed beam, ang theta nga ginagamit is just 45%. Why? Because, di ba, unsa ang atong assumption, ana, pag isa ka beam, unsa ang assumed degree of cracking, di ba? Typically, it's diagonal. Buta na to, diagonal. Kung diagonal siya, what angle does this bear? It's 45 degrees. So, typically, the eye, diba sa mga non-pre-stressed members that are experiencing torsion and shear, 45 degrees ang iyang gamiton. So, basically, always, typically, 45 degrees inyong gamiton din. Now, the bigger question is, how do you use cot? 'Di ba? During your previous nga tong mga activities, I have asked you to use nagpagamit ko sa inyo cotangent. So, what is cotangent? That's just the inverse of tan, 1 over tan theta. So, in order for you to type that in your calculator, it is just 1 over tan 45 mo na siya. So, sa calculus man good, if you would notice, oh, 'di ba, wala man tay makita nga cotangent here. So, naalang tay sine, cos, tan. Oh, these are just the basic. Pero to in order for you to type the degree, the cotangent, so imo na siyang 1 over tan, then 45, and then mo na siya. Basta kay, it's just 1. So, technically speaking, it's just 1. So, kung 45 degrees, kay sa circle biya, sa circle, basta kay sa equations of circle na ninyo mabawan. Anyway, so let's get familiar. Typically po ay guys, naana siya sa 30 to 60 degrees. Pero gidiretsuan na tamog ingondaan nga ang non-pre-stressed beam is typically 45 degrees. So 80 is the area of a one leg of a closed T-RAPS. One leg of a closed stirrup. So, unlike sa shear, na you will have to multiply how many legs you see sa torsion the eye, it's just equated as 1. So, wala na kayo dapat i-multiply. So, AL is the area of longitudinal torsional reinforcement. PH is the perimeter of the center line of the outermost closed stirrup. So, ako na siya ipakita if unsay pasabot sa PH. AO is gross area enclosed by torsional shear flow path. And then take note, AO can be obtained and assumed to be 85% of your AOH. So as per code ha, pwede ta mugamit na lang diretso og 85% value for your AOH. And AOH is the area enclosed by center line of the outermost closed transverse torsional reinforcement. So, bigger question is how do we decipher what is meant by the PH, AO, and AOH, and kay murag maora man na siya ang kalibugan. Okay? Nata diri sa next slide. Next diagram. So this is a figure of your cross-sectional beam. As you can see, na ako i-highlight dire nga yellow. So unsa na si highlight yellow mo na siya. As you can see, it is tunga sa imuhang, what I call this, sa imong stirrups. So if this is your stirrup, no, ako lang siyang gi-exaggerate nga mas dako. Ang center line ana niya, shaded region, mao ni siya ang AOH nga pasabot. So basically, in order for you to get the area of the center line, no, AOH, you have to get the center line coming from the closed stirrup center, and then this portion. Sorry. The next. Okay. Tesa. You have to get the center line of each portions. So this is coming from the center here going towards the center here. Center sa imong closed stirrup mo ni siya. So if this is butang na to, your stirrup is 12, butang na to 12 mm. So half ana, it is pila man 6. Add 2 is cost to 6. Pero butang na to, wala man tay other dimensions given, butang na to. This is 200, butang lang ay 250 na lang kay murag wala may basta kay 250, butang na to 250. And then you know that uh, typically this is 40, di ba? So how do you get butang na to? Let this is BO. Butang na to BO lang sa kay para dali lang na to siya i-denote, no? Si BO ma-obtain na siya by subtracting the 250 with unsa man duha ka tag 40 mo ni siya ang clear cover, di ba? Duha ka tag 40, that is 2, sabi ano ba, wait lang guys, okay, get connect siya. So 250 duha ka tag 40 because that is the CC here. And what else? The stirrup na ta diretso. Wala na siya rebar ha. Stirrups na ditso. So that is just duha ka tag 12 over 2. Muna siya pa sa batara. So butang na to. Let's check this sa calculate. 250 minus duha ka tag 40. Para makuha natin si BO ha, center line. Pila man eh? That's 40 minus duha ka tag 12. 12 over 2. So kung duha ka tag 12 over 2, butang na to, this is 158. This is daw kuno BO 158. And similarly, para makuha po nato ang iyahang HO lang atong i-designate dire ha. Butang na to, this is the height. Pero HO is coming from this portion going towards here. So similar lang gyapon sila. This is CC and then half sa tag 12. So pila da ituod ning kanilang siya alone. Butang na to, this is 500. 500 na siya. So kung 500 na siya, let's change this to 500 lang. So 408 din eh. Si H0, it's just 408. No, wala pa tanahuman. No, wala pa tanahuman. Because in order for you to get AOH, you'll just have to multiply 408 and 158. Mura na siya. So AOH di ay is just 408 times 158. Mura siya ginana ba? So, mo na din na siya ang iyahang value. Now, sa pH na sad, no? pH is just the perimeter of these two. So, unsa may perimeter ana, so you'll just have to plus that and then you multiply it with 2. Muna siya ang perimeter ana. Nganuman, kay in order for you to get the pH, 'di ba? It's just 2BO plus HO. Kay duha man ka BO sa ubos-ubos, dayon kilid-kilid duwa kay perimeter gali, di ba? Mora na siya. So again ha, AOH is just the product of BO and HO, boho. So ina na lang siya ang gist ana guys. Kinahanglan na ninyo siyang na knowledge para makasolve mo. Ano lang siya. Minimum torsional reinforcement. If the torsion reinforcement is required, the minimum area of longitudinal reinforcement or AL minimum shall be the lesser. Take note ha, lesser. Lesser of A and B. So what are these equations? So this is 0.42 FC prime ACP over FY minus AT over S PH FYT over FY, and then the second equation unsay difference nilang duha, similar lang except this term no naanatay 0.17 BW and FYT. So I think wala may bag-o diri nga variables, di ba? Kani na-introduce naman ni sila PH as well. So goods ra. BW, okay ra. Wala nila. And take note guys, this is the standard equation for the area, additional area of longitudinal reinforcement due to torsion. AL is equals to PH FYT over FY, AT over cotangent squared theta. And again, theta here bears 45 degrees because again, the diagonal cracking is typically in 45 degrees. So, pero in reality yun guys, dili gyud na siya always 45, pero since multiple nga mga tests and everything, so they yeah, the structural engineers came up with average na lang nga 45. So basta ha kay 30 to 60 degrees. So if dili siya indicated, always use 45 degrees. Pero if gi-indicate pud siya sa problem, so kato ang gi-indicate sa problem mo oy gamita. Okay? And then additional is cross-sectional limits. This is still based in NSCP 2015. So for solid sections, you have this equation that's square root of BU over BWD squared. Take note all of its term is squared to is squared ha, plus quantity TU or this is just VPN, VPN, VTN rather, sorry, VTN. And then all over 1.7 AOH squared. Ayaw yun mo kalimot anong squared. So technically, the value for AOH, it is squared. And then another one is squared ang entire term. And duha ni sila ka equations guys. You have to compare it with the phi. What's the phi here? The strength reduction factor of torsion is 0.75. So multiply it with VC over BWD plus 0.66 square root of FC prime. That is for solid cross sections, and this is now for hollow cross sections. Unsay difference nila? Wala lay square root. Wala ray square root ang kaning portion. Mura ba? Yeah, yes. Gi-cancel out na siya. Okay. So let's go to example number 1. Okay. For example number 1, a 250 mm by 450 cantilever beam has a span of 3.5 meters, carries a uniformly distributed factored load of 20 kilonewton per meter applied 300 mm away from the centroidal axis. So basically it is eccentric loading of the member as shown in the figure. The beam has an effective depth of 375 mm. Use the FC prime of 20.7 MPa and FY for 15 MPa and FYT is 275 MPa, and use the diameter of stirrups to be 12 mm. So, mo siya figure given, you are ought to find the factored shear force at the critical section, factored torsional moment at the critical section, and the amount of torsion where no reinforcement for torsion is needed. So, let's go to the first problem. Let's answer the first problem. So, gisummarize lang saan ako diri daan ang iyahang mga values. So, how do we view the eccentric loading at 300 mm? Paunsa na siya i-view, ma'am? So, if this is your beam, naa siya 250 nga width, and then a height of 450 and an effective depth of 375. What is meant by eccentric loading or distance 300 mm away from the center is, 'di ba, if this is the center of your beam, 'di ba? This is the center of your beam. The load is not acting at the center of the beam but rather 300 mm away. So butang na to na kay certain distance dire, wala na siya sa beam, and naa na diri located ang imuhang loading nga 20 kilonewton per m. Mao na siya ang pasabot. So the distance coming from the centroidal going towards where your load is acting, that is called eccentricity or eccentricity. Okay? So, biiriso na nato kay murag nagsapaw ra siya. Hmm. So, that is the load displayed no mo na siya ang akong gidrawing na pag-draw. So, that's your 20 kilonewton per meter. So, that's uniformly distributed nga factored load. And then, distance is 300 mm. Mo na siya. Now, if we are interested in getting the critical sections, same ra ni siya sa shear katong last midterm, di ba? Magkat kag section there, and then the critical section from the face of the support, that's 0.375. As a giken si 0.375, that is your effective depth, di ba? That's your effective depth. Si 300 at 375 mm na siya. I-convert lang to meter. So, now, what's the distance coming from here? So, it is just 3.5 minus 0.375. And simply lang ka because you will find here your VU critical, which is what you are looking for. And this is also where you will find your TU critical. Okay? So, by the way, how do we get the VU critical? Simple lang siya because if you isolated here, kanilang imong focus, kanang wala nakahide, it is just downward forces minus upward. So, if VU critical imong interested, you will have to multiply the uniformly distributed with the net length na lang dayon. So, that is just WU, which is 20, multiplied mo sa net length, which is 3.5 minus D. Sa effective depth, which is in this problem, it's 375 mm. So, that's 20 times 3.5 minus 0.375. That's 62.5 kilonewton, and that's already the final answer for this problem. Now, similarly, ang kang TU na pod. So, TU can be obtained, by the way, with this equation, P times E. And if you will further break down what is P, that's WU multiplied by the effective length or the net length the I, ha? That's D times the eccentricity. So, it's just moment times eccentricity. In simple terms, P the I, guys, is just moment times E. ME ra na siya. So, ako lang siyang i-breakdown. And how do you obtain for the moment? Diba? It's, how do you obtain the moment for a uniformly distributed beam? It's just the W multiplied by the distance. Diba? So, next, it's just 20 times the net distance and then the eccentricity of 0.3. So, by that, you'll be able to obtain 18.75 kilonewton meter. So, that is already the final answer for this problem. Next is amount of torsion where no reinforcement for torsion is needed. So, this is pertaining to the threshold. I-check na to ang threshold niya nga torsion. If carry pa ba, ang kaning nga torsion sa beam is kaya pa ba sa threshold torsion. So, since na naman tayo TU here, i-check na lang nato ang threshold torsion nato, no? Ang phi TTH. So, recall sa nato ang equation sa TTH. That's 0.083 or the 1 over 12, no? 1 over 12 na siya before. Lambda is still 1, no? 1 pa na siya. Square root of FC prime ACP PCP. So, in this case, ACP is just the cross-sectional area of your beam kay wala man tanag, dili man ni hollow, di ba? So the PCP as well is just duha ka 250 and duha ka 450. So that's 0.083 times 1. Ang FC prime nimo is 20.7, and then 250 times 450, which is the height. Then take note na atay squared all over duha katag 250 these sides here, 'di ba? And then duha pod here 450. So simplify na kay 3.41 kilonewton meter, and take note na patay phi. So TU is equals to phi TTH. And then the strength reduction factor for the torsion is just 0.75. Multiply that one, that's 256, or TU is equals to 2.56 kilonewton meter. And then this is now the final answer. Okay, that's example number 1. We're good to go. Medyo sayon ra to siya nga problem. Kanilang ang next problem ang task kayo. Okay, kidagan kay gipangita. A reinforced girder has a width of 400 mm and an overall depth of 500 mm. Concrete cover is 40 mm. The centroidal of longitudinal bars of the girder are placed 65 mm from the extreme concrete fiber. FC prime is 20.7 MPa, Fy is 415 MPa, FYT is 275 MPa, and use 12 mm U stirrups. Assume that the tension bars are at the top and the compression bars are at the bottom. So this implies that it has a negative moment. So typically, for sure, this is a cantilever. Marina na siya nga sense. The following factor of forces are computed from this beam. Mu negative for 50 kilonewton meter. VU critical, it's 250 kilonewton. TU critical is 40 kilonewton meter. We are to find the longitudinal steel area based on moment. So this is just your concept sa singly o and doble. I-check pa man nina to if singly or doble, then kuhaon na to ang area, steel area. So kung singly, it's just AS. Pero if doble na siya, AS na siya og AS prime imuhang pangitaon, because AS is the area of the tension steel, and then AS prime is for the compression steel. Next is you are to find the required spacing of stirrups based on shear. So this is just basically an application of your midterm knowledge. Pangitaon lang nimo si S sa spacing. So sa shear. Okay? Required spacing based on torsion, man na siya atong new nga lesson. Required spacing of stirrups based on combined shear and torsion. So combine na ang imuhang shear and at the same time your torsion. Additional area of longitudinal reinforcement due to torsion or just simply your AL. And then detail. O mo na akong gingon kaganiha nga i-detail na to how does it look like for the combination of the reinforcement that counters not just the moment but as well as the shear and the torsion. Okay, first problem, required longitudinal steel area. I know, again naman ninyo, this is just basically a review na sa inyong singly and doble. So, basically guys, dili to ninyo dapat kalimtan kung sa inyong knowledge atong midterm kay relevant ra gyapon na siya in the next mga problems, no. This is your beam. This is per se reinforcement 400 and then 500. So 435 giusa man ang pagkuha, that's 65. Given man gud si 65. So it's just 500 minus 435, 65. So that's 435 mm ang iyahang what? Effective depth. Okay? So Cmax, or your maximum distance coming from your extreme compression fiber going towards your neutral axis. 'Di ba? Ka-recall mo ato, that's 3/8 of your effective depth. So the 3/8 of your effective depth is just 163.125 mm. Now, in order for you to get the A, 'di ba, recalling that's B1 and C. That's the product of B1 beta times the Cmax in this case. So beta is just 0.85, and then simply 163.125 na akay ma-obtain nga compression block of 138.656 mm. Now, let's go to solve for the phi MNT. And if you will expand that equation, that is, if you will expand the compression, this one, oh, kanira man ang gi-expand, guys. Kani kana. That's 0.85 FC prime AB. Okay? Now, that is 0.9. Take note, moment ni ha. Basig na ningala mong anong 0.9 naman lagi na. Nag-moment pa ta, guys. This is just your singly and doubling knowledge. So, since this is moment, so 0.9 ang strength reduction factor times 0.85 FC prime A, narang A ha, your compression block, no? Depth of compression block. And then this is your B, which is your base, which is this case 400. And then multiply it with the effective depth, which is 435 minus A over 2, or the half of your depth of compression block. So simplify, you will get 321.16 kilonewton meter, which is given in this problem mas gamay siya sa iyahang actual nga moment nga gina-carry sa isa ka beam. So basically, it tells us that this is a doubly reinforced. Why? Because ang iyahang design sa beam, kung singly ang imuhang assumption, mas gamay pa sa iyahang dapat kargahon. So technically speaking, sa layman's term, mo ni iyahang amount of moment makaya kung singly siya, and mo ni ang dapat niya makaya. So that means to say, kinahanglan siya og additional reinforcement sa imuhang compression. That's why this is tagged or classified as doubly reinforced beam. So, the usual procedure lang in order for you to get AS, no? That's your MU over phi, and then this is your MN1 over phi, 0.9 in this case, para isolate makuha nimo si MN2. And in this problem, that's 143.16. Now, after ana, AS is equals to AS1 and AS2. For AS1, how do you solve for AS1? 'Di ba, based sa inyong stress strain diagram, C2 equate lang nimo siya sa tension. Tension 1, okay? So that's 0.85 Fc prime A times B is equals to AS1 Fy. So substitute, that's 0.85, 20.7, 138.656 times what? 400 is equals to the unknown, which is AS1 mo yung ginapangita, and then Fy is given in this problem. That's the yield strength is 415 MPa. So that's AS1 is equals to 2351.47 mm squared. That's just for AS1. How about for AS2? So MN2 is equals to AS2 FYD minus D prime. So pila si D prime, that's 65, and then effective depth, which is 435. That's 143.16. Aha na siya gikan, diri na siya gikan, oh. After isolating the MN2 is equals to AS2, which is your unknown here, 415, 45 minus 65, so that AS2 is equals to 932.33 mm squared. So take note ha, ang tension steel is just the sum of AS1 and AS2. So tension steel is 2351.47 plus 932.33. So that goes to tell that your AS, or your tension steel reinforcement area, should be 3283.80 mm squared, and that's already the final answer. Pero naapatay compression, since we know that this is a doubly reinforced beam, so we know that there is a reinforcement at the compression. So pila po na siya. So AS prime is equals to just AS2, and that is AS prime is 932.33 mm squared, and that is the final answer for this problem. Letter A pa na siya. Okay? So, go. Let's go to the required spacing of stirrups based on shear. This is again a review. No, review gihapon ni siya. So, VC, or your shear induced due to concrete. Okay? That's 0.17 lambda square root of FC prime BWD. So, substitute, that is 0.17 times 1 square root of 20.7 multiplied by 400 times 435, and nakay makuha nga 134.58. Now, take note of this conditions nga mag-determine whether you'll need a stirrup or not. So let's check one half phi VC. Now, since we are now dealing with shear, take note atong strength reduction factor should be 0.75 already. So that is 1 half 0.75 times 134.58. So you will have 50.47. And take note, your VU here is 250. So that is way lesser than VO, which is 250. So that means to say that stirrups are actually needed. So let's solve muna the 0.75 or the phi VC. Okay, the phi VC, that's 0.75 times 134.58. That's 109.94 kN. So if this equation is governed, therefore we can say that minimum shear will not be applied. So, VU over phi, VC plus VS. So, that's 250 over 0.75 is equals to 134.58 and plus isolate mo si shear induced by your stirrups. So, VS now is 198.75. You have to check the VS max. VS max has this equation of 0.67 times lambda square root of FC prime, and then 400 times 435, and then VS max is 530.41 kilonewton, which is still way lesser than your actual shear induced by your stirrups. So, take note, recall this equation of your stirrups, guys. That's Vs is equals to AVFYT D over S. So, AV is actually area of your shear reinforcement times FYT FYT times effective depth. So that is 198.75. Take note ha, basta shear, that's E3. Then AV is pi over 4 times 12 squared times 2 legs. Assumption nga use stirrup man siya. 2 legs. 275 ang FYT or yield strength of your stirrups times effective depth of 435 over S. So, you will have your spacing to be 136.14 mm. Now, this is not yet the final answer because you still have to check the maximum spacing. So, before ana ato sang i-isolate si AB over S because magamit man ni siya later sa combination of shear and torsion. So, asa man gikan nga equation si AB over S is equals to VS over FYTD. It is obtained by isolating this equation. Mora ni siya. So, if you are to isolate AB over S, so FYT goes to the denominator and as well as your D. So, mora ni siyang equation. So, simplify na to AB over S. So, that's 198.75 E3 over 275.435. And simply that is 1.6614 mm squared over m. So, that goes to say that in every 1.6, I mean, that goes to say the ay guys nga in every square millimeter per meter na siya. So that's 1.6614. Kay nganong mm squared means niya siya because the unit of AV or your area of your shear is mm squared and then the spacing is in mm. So mo na siya. Now, going back to what I was saying earlier, mo to, balik ta. This you cannot yet declare nga amo na ni siya answer because you will have to check again the S max. So how do you obtain the S max, 'di ba? Mag-check ka if asa nga condition, i-check nimo whether less than or greater than si VS. So VS, we know that's 198.75. And then comparing it to this equation, that's 0.33 square root of FC prime BWD. So that is 0.33 square root of 20.7 times 400 times 435. Simplified, that's 261.25. So, um, Pasabot katong first nga equation ang imong gamiton. Naulahi lagi tong animation ani. Wait lang ha. How did you obtain the 217? 'Di ba that's just d over 2? Sa mo ka nawala di ay na-delete. Wait lang guys ha. Wala ko kabantay nga na-delete. Aha. That's just d over 2 guys. Why was it missing? Ay, no, it's not missing. Naulahi lang siya animate. Wait lang. Next na lang nako. Ara. Tara, d over 2 is equals to um 435 over 2 or basically the 600. So, ko na lang siya i-alter diri ang animation. Ano, naulahi lang. Okay. Okay, wait lang guys. Okay. For a while ha. O, sa edit. I-edit ko na lang sa. Okay. Mm-mm. Ara. Nara siya. Okay, that's 217.5 mm. So, that goes to say that your 217.5 mm, which is your maximum spacing, is still greater than your calculated S, no? So that tells us nga ang answer di is still your S. So this is still your answer. Pero guys, pag kani siya i-rank down, kay dili man ka pwede mag 137 ani. Um ang atong magamit ani is 135 mm. Muna siya ha. 136.14 rank round down. Basta spacing gali ha. Round down gyud na so 135 mm. Okay? Okay, that's already done for shear. For the third question, required spacing based on torsion. So, ACP, ang ato na lang buhaton ani is i-determine sa nato tanan values sa kada variable so that if magamit atong variable kay kompleto na sa tanan. So, ACP, kuha na to si ACP, di ba? Mao ni si ACP, di ba? Balik ko na ko ha. If this is your beam na siya stirrups kanang white, ACP is just this portion green, which is 400 times 500, and that's 200,000 mm squared. Next is PCP. Unsa man na si PCP? That's the perimeter of your entire cross section. So that is duha katag 400 plus 500. So that's 1,800 because that's 900 times 2 and that's 1,900. Now, how about AO? AO, as per code NSCP, it is permitted to be 85% of your AOH. Now, the question is, what is your AOH? AOH in this case is actually, unsa man, how do we obtain this portion? Kato ang anak ko sa mga BO and HO. How did we obtain the 308 and 408? So, 308 and 408 are obtained by this equation, guys. Ato na lang isolve diretso eh. So, 'di ba? We know that it is 500 minus duha katag 40 minus duha katag 12. Wait lang ha. Duha katag 12 over 2. So that's 408. Wait, try na to. 408. Now, how about sa beam na sa width na punta? So that's 400 minus 2 times 40 minus 2 times 12 over 2. That's 308. Again ha, center line. Center line na siya nga distance tunga sa imong stirrups. Mo na siya ang pag-obtain ana nila. So, since na naman kay value sa imong AOH, no? That's 0.85 times 308 and then 408. Nakakay ma-obtain nga answer to be 106814.4 mm squared. And PH, that's the perimeter of your center line, no? So that's 2 times 308 plus 408, and that's 1432 mm. Now, let us check if your torsion should be neglected or not. So, check na to si threshold, guys. Si TU and then si TTH. Si TU, nanamtay given nga TU, which is 40, di ba? 40 siya. How about kay VTTH? That's 0.75, 0.083 lambda square root of FC prime ACP squared over PCP. Do we have a value for your ACP? Yes, we do, Nara. And then do we have a value for your PCP? We also do have a value for that. So simplify and substitute the equation. This is now your VTTH. That's 6.29 kNm. So that means to say we cannot neglect the we cannot, this is not tension, guys. This is torsion. Tension, ano na sulat lagi dira, torsion. Wait lang, guys, ha. Torsion, that's not tension. Torsion reinforcements are needed. Okay, torsion reinforcements are needed. Okay, so okay, check for cross-sectional limits. That's square root of this equation. Taas kayo. Pero the question here is, do we have a value for VU? Check. BW, check. D. TU, naa. PH, we do. Yes, here. And then we also have the AOH, di ba? So, plug in lang ka. But, you have to compare it with this equation, di ba? Nanam kay VC ka ganiha. So, substitute. That's 250. Take note, basta share times E3 na siya. Times E3 or times 1,000. Pag maingon kag torsion, kay since kuan man siya, KNM. So that is basically similar to moments. Kay KNM man siya. So times 10 to the power of 6 or just E6. So take note mo ni ha, mo kalimot ani nga mga values. So that's VU over BWD plus 40 E6 1432 over 1.7 308 times 408. Simplify na kay value. Sa Picas equation po, dato na lang pong i-substitute para sabay sila. That is 0.75 and then VC na solve na ni kaganihan, no? That's 134.58 E3. Again, this is indicating that this is in shear. 400 times 45 plus 0.66 square root of FC prime. Simplify na akay 257 MPa and then 283 MPa. So that means to say, cross section is still adequate, no? Carry lang. So, unsa man eh? Solve for spacing S. So, natay equation for S, di ba? Di ba na atoy duha ka equations for VTN? Ang imuha lang dapat pilion is katong variable nga na ay S nga present. So, take note, ang phi here is 45 degrees since wala naman gi-indicate if unsay specified degrees, no, sa imuhang non-pre-stressed member. So, do we have a value for AO? Check. 80. We can solve that by area of a one-leg torsional. So, that's pi over 4 times 12 squared. Marunong na siya. And then, FYT given. And then, S, the unknown, cotangent 45. Oh, again ha, cotangent is 1 over inverse of tan. So, that's 40 E6 is equals to 0.75. 2 times 106,814.4 pi over 4 times 12 squared times 275 divided by S, cotangent 45. So, simplify. Take note ha, how do you type cotangent? That's 1 over tan 45. Simplify na kay valueng 124.58 mm. I-reason sa nako kay nagkuan ko. Nag-erase na kuan. Now, for the sake nga dali ra nato ma-solve ang next nga problem, we'll get the 80 over S kay mag-solve man gud ta sa combination sa shear o sa torsion. Kaganiha, di ba nag-solve naman tag AV over S, karon 80 over S tapod. So paunsa ni na obtain si 80 over S? Similarly, i-isolate lang ni siya nga equation, kani siyang equation. So VTN or your TU all over your strength reduction factor, 2AO, and then your FYT. Denominator na din silang tanan. And as well as your cotangent. So, di ba ha? Di ba this is VTN? So, simplify, that's 40 ES E6 all over 0.75 times 2 times AO. AO is 106,814.4, and then FYT is already given, that's 275 MPa, and then cotangent 45. And similarly, no, cotangent 45 is typed like this, 1 over tan 45. So that's 80 over S, that is 0.90783 mm squared per m. Kay 80 area is in mm squared, and then S is in mm. Check na pud ta for maximum spacing, kay dili pa man ta ka sure if mo na ning final answer, guys. So S max, di ba na atoy given nga equation, that's P over 8, P sub H over 8, or just 300 mm. So solve nimo, that's 1432 divided by 8 or 300. So S max is either 179 or 300. So obviously this is way lesser than your spacing due to torsion. So technically speaking, this is gonna be your final spacing. So we can actually reduce this to 120 mm. Pwede rin na siya inano. Okay? And then, for the next problem, required spacing of stirrups based on combined shear and torsion. So, maning given kaganiha, na-solve na nato sa previous ng mga problems. Recall that AV plus 280 per mean per S. So, if imo na siyang i-expound, this is what it looks like. AH over S, AV over S plus 280 over S. Diba? Ang definition, are you curious? You would have to think nga, nganong nag-multiply kag 2 sa 80 pero wala ka nang multiply o 2 sa AB. 'Di ba? Area of shear by definition, pag magkuha tag area of shear, 'di ba kabantay mo mag times ta pila ka legs, 'di ba? Pero sa torsional, 'di ba, dili ang definition sa 80 is just isa ra ka leg. So in this portion lang ta mag times 2. So that's why na siya ra ang ni times 2 and si AB wala. Okay, man na siya. Now, since naa natin nakuha value for AB over S, 'di ba? That's 1.6614. And then 80 over S, that's 0.907.83 mm squared over m. So substitute lang nimo na sila, guys. And then AH over S, that's 3.47706 mm squared over m. Now, let's check the minimum conditions, that is 0.062, and this equation, and then this equation, di ba, kabantay mo mura siya familiar. Okay? Substitute, and then substitute na kay answers, but this value here, ang greater may mo govern. So, that's 0.50909. So, AH S is equal to 3.47706. And then, if you would check man good, guys, mo ni siya ang required minimum. So, ang imong AH, di ba, AH over S man ni siya. So, ang imo daw minimum nga required, no, is 0.50909. Pero imong na-solve is actual is 3.47706. So, okay ra day. Okay ra kaayo. So, ang imong gamit na lang dayon is si 3.47706. Now, how do you obtain for the AH? So, that is just pi over 4, quantity 12 squared times 2. Nganong times 2? Again, si 1 leg stirrup, wala ta na multiply ka torsion. So, kay times 2 na siya, basta U stirrup. So, shift solve ni siya, guys. You will obtain 65.05. Kung i-rank down na siya, that's 65 mm. And that is already the final answer for this problem. So, take note ha, magamit kasi nga spacing later. So, S is equals to 65 mm. Sorry, 5 mm. Katong kaganiha, S is equals to 135 mm. Ano siya? Now, let's solve for the additional area of longitudinal reinforcement due to torsion. Ang sa torsion, recall, mora ni siyang equation. AL is equals to PH FYT over FY, AT is cotangent theta squared, no? Cot squared theta. So, since na naman tayo 80, di ba? Na naman tayo 80 over S. So, pwede lang nga kaning value itong gamiton. Then, napod tayo PH, 1432. Substitute lang nimo siya nga equation. Cotangent again ha is 1 over 1045 squared. So that's 861.45 mm squared. Check minimum conditions, AL minimum na ay mga equations. Take note guys, naara tay value kang ACP, naara, and then this one. So substitute. Ang difference lang again nilang duha is kanira man nga equation, kanira man nga term guys. Kanira siya nga term ang difference nilang duha. Simplify lang na nimo sila guys. And AL minimum is 59.42. And then, napod kay another equation that's 679.37. And you will have to compare it to your solved 861. So, obviously, ang ni-govern is kani for AL minimum. But then, you will have to compare it sa imong AL. So, that's 861.45. And that's already the final answer for this problem. And lastly is to provide the details of your beam considering the moment, the shear, and your torsion or your flexure. Ha? Considering daw ka magamit og main reinforcement diameter of 28 mm for tension and compression, and then 12 mm diameter for torsional reinforcements. So if this is your beam, torsional reinforcement, since na naman tayo na-solve AL, di ba? So that's 861.45 all over pi over 4 times 12 squared. So that is n is equals to 7.62. And then that should be round up to approximately 8 ka bars, no? 8 katag 28 mm bars. So how do you reflect that in your illustration or in your beam? So your beam should look like this. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. No, as you can see, na kay makita nga yellow na ko here for for the tension and then compression case since this is a negative bending beam. And then as you can see na kay gi-separate duha diri ka rebars. I just want to indicate that these are the web bars. No, web bars na sila, web bars. Now, after that, we're done with the torsion. We will also have to reflect for the shear and as well as for the flexure. So, final detailing, take note at the top or your tension. So, that's 3 to 83.80. Diba mo ni si AS, diba? Si tension steel. All over nimo sa 28 mm bars. Na kay makuha nga value to be N is equals to 5.88. So, that's basically approximately 6 bars. And then, for the bottom or compression, so that is the AS prime, right? AS prime. And then, that's approximately 2.07 or approximately 3 bars. So, how do we reflect that in your beam? By the way, imo na silang i-add ang imuhang torsional reinforcement beam nga reinforcements and as well as imuhang flexural reinforcement. So, how do we do that? So, take note, mo ni siya imong torsional reinforcement. Now, iplasa na nimo siya og reinforcement due to flexure. How do you reflect that? If this is your beam, no? This is your beam represented by the flexural reinforcement. So, ang 6 bars is at the top, mo na siya 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, for the bottom bars, or the compression, mo na siya 1, 2, 3. Now, if you will add those equation, mahimo na ba siyang 6 plus 3, 9 na sa taas, then duha, dayon, unom? No. You will skip the redundancy. So, ang may tabuan na, ang final detailing or ang final illustration should look like this. So, mao lang ni siya, naadan lang siya og web bars. So, inana siya mag-detail guys sa dili magdubli dapat. Kinahanglan inig mag-add kag mag-add ka og reinforcements, kinahanglan dili siya redundant. So, mo ni siya. This is the final detail. Take note atong butangan og mga details sa 628 mm bars. This is pertaining for the top reinforcement or your tension reinforcement bars due to flexure or moments. Next is sa duha amo ni siya ang longitudinal nga torsional rebars 2-12 mm due to torsion, and then take note it is spaced at 65 mm OC. Unsay meaning sa OC? On centers. Again ha, ano to? OC signifies on centers. So pasabot day ana, oh, muna siya, muna yung mga rebar. So center to center distance muna siya, OC. Okay? Next is 3-28 mm bars. Muna siya ang for compression reinforcement. This is still due to flexure. Now, what about sa imong stirrups? So, that's 12 mm at 135 on centers. So, kanina siyang yellow ang pasabot na guys. Muna siya ang pasabot na. Wala lang na ako nabutang ang arrow. So, that's the final answer for example number 2. So, I hope no na gets ninyo ang gist sa iyahang pag-solve. And then, let's go to the final number or the final example. Okay? Wait lang. Dali ko wala na hide ni slide. Natin. Na-hide na wala. Okay. So, a 300 mm times 500 mm cantilever beam has a span of 4 m, which carries a uniformly distributed factored load of 20 kilonewton meter applied 200 mm away. So you know that the 200 mm here is your eccentricity. The beam has an effective depth of 425. Concrete strength is similar to the previous problems. And then, let us just determine the spacing of stirrups required for shear, torsion, and then the additional area, the area of longitudinal bars required for torsion. Mo lang siya, simple lang. So, same na ni siya procedure sa previous number 1 nga problem, guys. This is your beam, 300, 500, 425, distance, eccentricity of 200. So, isolate. This is where you will find your VO critical at the distance 0.425, which is your effective depth, di ba? And then VO critical, and then apo kay TO critical there. Now, how do you obtain for your VO critical? It is just 20 times 4 minus 0.45, di ba? Simplified, that's 71.5. And then TU is just P times E, or just moment times E, or W times your distance. So that's 20 times 4 minus 0.425 times 0.20, and that's 14.30. No? Okay. Now, let's solve outro for let's solve again for VC. VC is 0.17 square root of FC prime BWD. Simplified, that's 98.62 kN. Simplify nimo si 71.5 katong na-solve ni nimo sa previous problem katong ato ang gi-solve. And then nakay na-solve 98.62. And then VS, isolate, that is negative 3.27. So this is not okay. This is not okay. So 1 half PVC, that's 36.98, and that's lesser than 71.5. But isolve lang po nato si phi VC, or 73.96. So minimum shear area is required. So AV mean over S is equals to 0.062 square root of FC prime BW all over FYT, and then this equation as well. So substitute lang nimo kay you are ought to determine man the spacing. So S is 735.05, and then this one is also 592.42. And then naulahi lang gid ang animation. Next na lang nato. Pero take note guys, d over 2 ra gihapon siya is equals to 4 to 5 over 2, and then that's 212.5. And then take note, ang imuhang spacing is mas dako kesa kang um, maximum spacing. So, ang mo-govern is si maximum spacing. So, this is an example of why is it necessary nga i-solve gihapon or i-check si maximum spacing, because there are instances nga mo-govern si S max, and then ang imuhang gi-solve is ang S lang, wala nimo gi-check si S max, di ba? Next problem, determine the spacing of stirrups required for torsion. So, pangitaon na nato ni si ACP, that's 300 times 500 because that is not a hollow. That's 150,000. PCP, that's duha ka tag 300 times plus 500. That's 1.6. Then AO is 0.85 AOH. And take note, how do you obtain for AOH? That's BO and then HO. So, similar lang na siya sa kaganiha. Ano, sige, kita na po na to utro. So, since this is, butang na to, 300 naman. So, it change lang na 300. That's 208. Mana ni siya? 208. That's duha ka clear cover minus duha ka tag 12 nga half anak nila because that's the center line. So, that's 0.85 times 208 times 408 and that's 72,134.4. And then pH is, or the perimeter, that's 2 at the perimeter of your center line. So that's 2 times 208 plus 408 na kayo 1232 mm. So you have to check if the torsion should be neglected. So that's TU/TTH. Simplify ni mo ni silang equation. Aha, ni gikan si 14.30. Mo na yung na-solve sa first slide, guys. Simplify. So obviously, mas dako si TU. That's not tension again. Nag-duplicate rin ni sige kuan. Wala na bantayan. Wait lang guys ha. So that should be torsional reinforcements are needed, not tension. Torsional. It's not torsional. So torsional reinforcements are needed. Check for cross-sectional limits. Mura gyapon ni siyang equation. And then compare it to the other one. Na naman yung mga values, same naman sa previous number sa number 2. So, simplify, you will have 1.54 MPa and then the other one is 2.83 MPa. So, that means to say nga, okay ra de ang cross-section. Dili na ta necessary nga mag-adjust sa cross-section. Okay? Solving for spacing, 14.30 E6 and the rest. So, take note again, cotangent 45 is 1 over tan 45 gihapon. So, S is 235.33. Solve gyapon na to si 80 over S, guys. Simplify, you will have this equation of a value of 0.48058 mm squared per m. Maximum spacing due to torsion. Diba? pH over 8 or your center line divided by 1/8 or the 8 or 300. So that's 1232 mm over 8. Nara siya ha. This is the kani siya nga value or 300 and that is S max of 159. So take note guys, your S max is greater than your S, which is 235.33. So this means that your S should be the 159 or the S max instead. So that can be round down to, pwede na siya i-155. Ano na lang tingali kay layo rasad kay 150 na siya. 155 mm. Ano siya. Okay? And then lastly, determine the area of longitudinal bars required for torsion. Recall AL is equals to PH FYT 80 over S. Cotangent squared theta. So, nasolve naman yung sila gudtanan. Kaganiha. So, naakay 861.45. So, let's check the if same good. So, that is 1, wait lang. Solve siya na to kay, I'm not, okay. Ito lang i-verify. 1, 2, 3, 2. Tapos, 275 times 0.48058 all over your take note guys, si AS over 80 over S naman good is na solve. So that means nga na naman tay value ani nila, so dili na ka magbutang og S kay unknown biya siya. I mean, na-solve naman siya ganiha good. So, that's, mawala na na si term nga 80 over S. Then, 415. And, after that is ang cotangent. Then, that is 1, ano ba to? 1 over tangent of 45, and take note na atay squared. Ha? Na atay squared. Um, di ba? Kung murag wala man na edit. Okay, check sana ako otro ha. Kay murag wala gid siya na edit for a while, guys. Murag wala gid siya na edit. Hmm. Wala lagi na edit, guys. That's supposed to be 300 plus. Same ra mong gunay katong kaganiha, wala lang na edit. That is 392.34. 392.34. 34. Wait, let me check again. 392.34. Okay. Then, is it the same? Are the others the same? 298.534. 298. Sakto ra. Now, I will have to check. I want to check again the previous problem. Wait lang ha. Kaya murang na-typo lagi ni siya eh. 1, 2, 3, 2. Divided by 2. Divided by 2. Divided by 8 rather, sorry. 154, not 159. 154. Edit sana ako siya, guys. So, that is 159 mo po ako na-type 3. 54. So, retract to what I said. 150, ano na siya, guys. This is not 155 anymore. So, this is now, this should be, check na to otro. 154, and then the other one, 150 na to kaganiya. So, that's 392.34. I'll just re-upload the corrected version. One bantayan, one edit. So, I think that's good na. So, I think that concludes my presentation for this evening, for today. I hope you will study well, guys, and let us see each other for the next topic. Okay? Bye, everyone.